Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Katie McManus, business strategist and money mindset coach, coming to you live this May 28th on the Facebooks, on LinkedIn, and YouTube. And today is my last day of being 35 years old. And I have to just say, it has been a year. It has been, if you have followed Joseph Campbell and you know anything about the hero's journey, it's like the framework for all stories, right? So the hero's journey is like how they frame up every single story. So Star Wars, Harry Potter, the Goofy movie, doesn't really matter. It all goes by the same framework. So you have a main character and they're going about their life and everything is the same until something happens and they get called to this adventure. And sometimes they're willing, sometimes they're not, usually not. I was not willing in the beginning of this wild ride. And I'm talking really about my business. But anyway, and so they get called to this adventure and they find guides and they make allies and they gain tools and skills and they make enemies and they go along this journey and then they do a major battle, right? And you think it's the big battle. It's not the big battle. And then there's a moment where like they realize that they don't have inside what it takes to go to the next level. And it's called, this phase of the hero's journey is called going into the cave. And it's where the hero really has to like get real with who they are and how they're being in the world and how they're actually getting in their own way. And it's not until the hero goes through that process that they can actually go and conquer the dragon and, you know, win that next major battle, which is the main battle. And then, you know, they have their whole homecoming and reacclimating into their lives and kind of resettling. This past year was a spending some time in the cave year. A few things that came up for me were really about like how I saw myself. I've been in my business for 6.5 years now, and I've been helping clients for, you know, that amount of time. And what was really astounding this year is I realized how much imposter syndrome I still had around it, even though I had a ton of evidence that what I do for clients works. Even though I get texts from clients all the time who don't even work with me anymore, telling me how many new clients they're getting and how much money they're making and all these things. And no matter how much evidence I had, I still believed that I had to do more. I still believed that like I had to be perfect at absolutely every aspect of my business in order to be considered a success. And it wasn't until this year when things started breaking as they do, that I realized that if I stayed there, if I stayed believing that I had to do everything and I had to do it all perfectly, that I would just stay where I was. There's no growing beyond that point because that way of running my business had gotten me to that point. It couldn't get me further. And so this past year, I really, for the first time, I really asked for help. I really reached out to folks who were extremely competent and said, hey, listen, like I'm crumbling right now and I'm really struggling. And I could really use your help. What can we do? And it was hard. It was really, really hard to ask for help. And one of the most humbling things about it all is that when I started asking for help, I actually started attracting more clients who I'm absolutely in love with. You know, there's something I tell my clients is that you attract the type of client that you are. You do. If you, don't sign contracts right away, or if you're kind of flaky about setting up appointments, or if you're paying late sometimes, that energy gets reflected back by the universe. And the universe is like, cool, that's who you want. You're being who you want. We will send you people who are who you want. And it was really humbling for me to realize that I was being the client who signs up for help but doesn't actually ask for the help. And so that's something that I've been working on a lot this past year. And I wanted to take this moment this evening in my last day at 35 and just celebrate that the person I was last year is no longer the person who I am right now. She was an incredible human being. I really appreciate her. I couldn't have gotten here without her. And also, she wasn't helping me anymore. And one of the things that I've really, really embraced is that even if things aren't done 100% the way I would do them, the fact that they're done 60% the way I would do them, and then 30%, how someone else would see it as perfect, is just as fine. My clients don't know the difference. And your clients don't either. We have this belief that to be able to have it all handled perfectly, we have to be the ones who handle it. And when we do that, sure, we can convince ourselves that we're working really, really hard, because we are. And we can convince ourselves that we're really self-reliant, because we are. But we also create a cap. We create our own glass ceiling for how much money we can make and how many people we can help. We really limit ourselves when we do that. And this past year, my year in the cave, I really had to get real with not only how am I getting in my own way and growing my business, but in realizing all this, I kind of lost sight of what it was that I wanted, right? Because I've grown my business to what my goal was. And I hadn't taken time in the last few years to really re-identify what that next big goal was. And a lot of the things that I am now focusing in on, I never even saw as possible years ago. I never would have been able to dream that my podcast would be this successful. I never would have dreamed when I first started my coaching business. I never would have dreamed how much I charge now, how many programs I have, how many people I'm able to help. I never would have believed any of this. And the things that I'm building now, the partnerships I'm establishing now, the goals that I have now, they're brand new. And the thing about goals is, they're really easy to come up with, but they don't necessarily mean that they're the goals that you want to go for, right? So this whole year I've been writing down a goal and really mulling over it and then scratching it out and writing out something different and then, feeling into it and imagining it and then scratching it out and then writing out something different. And I'm pretty set now. I'm pretty clear on what I want my life to look like. There are still some things that I got to tweak a little bit. But what a cool experience to be able to look back at a year and see all the personal development and all the growth and see the things you're leaving behind that would have and will continue to get in your way of reaching your dreams. And also, what a cool thing to look back and see how you identified what you're moving towards right now. It's honestly, it's been a very boring year. Nothing that exciting has happened. And it was also exactly the year I needed. It was beyond the year that I needed. And so if you're watching, I just want to thank you for witnessing this and for being in my corner this whole time. Being on social media and promoting my business on here and building the community that I've built. It's my goal every single day when I'm posting to come on here and give something valuable to you that can make you feel like you're not alone, that reminds you that you're doing something really brave just by going after what you want. And I always try to feel into what is needed, what is the most useful, kind thing that I can contribute to the world today. And the fact that you watch my lives and the fact that you read my content and the fact that you're here with me right now, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I enjoy having you in my world. Even though I don't know who is here, the energy that you contribute to my life in exchange for what I put out there makes everything worth it. So thank you. Thank you. It's you don't realize the gift you've given me with your attention and with your care. And, with the fact that sometimes often I get messages from you, from those of you out there who are starting businesses who've never worked with me, telling me a little bit about your dreams and trusting me with that information. I take that responsibility of steward of it very seriously. And I hope to be able to guide you and cheer you on and support you in so many more ways in the years to come. And yeah, anyway, that's it. I just wanted to come in here and say that. Also, I have that challenge with Lauren Lefkowitz, and there's a consequence if I don't go live every day. And it's that I have to sing and record it and share the video. And we're not doing that. It's not going to be good news for anyone. Anyway, with that, thank you for kind of signing out on my 35th year with me. I really appreciate you. I hope if you're figuring out your dreams right now that you really do figure it out. Because if I've learned anything from the last year, it's that, God, Heather, it's that knowing what you want is half the battle. It's more than half the battle. Like when you know what you want, you can go and get it. And I just want to give a shout out, hold on, to Heather Lawson Bradfield, who is one of the main people in my corner this year, who helped me not just clean up the shit that had gone wrong, but really gave me the breathing room to be able to reassess like where I'd gotten to, what I wanted next, and who really helped support me in making this vision real. Heather, I so appreciate you. And I mean, if you really want me to sing to you, you asked for it. Like I can't be held responsible. And yeah, I love you too. But when your ears are bleeding and I have to take you to the emergency room, that's on you. That's not me. Anyway, with that, I'm signing out. We had a major thunder and lightning storm last night. And poor Luna was so afraid of everything. It sounded like there are explosions happening just outside our window. And so we did not get a whole lot of sleep. So I'm calling it fairly early night on my 35th year. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow when I'm 36. Anyway, I love you all. And thanks, Heather, for joining. I left you like three voicemails today. I intentionally left you voicemails. I knew that you wouldn't answer. So enjoy. I think, oh no, wait, two voicemails. One's silly, one's work. Anyway, you don't have to get back to them right away. But anyway, thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you all soon.